Surrounded by millions, but still alone, craving for love, but scared of commitment, overflowed with opportunities, but still confused what to do. What can explain Gen Z better than this?
Gen Z. Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Gen Z.
Gen Z are the least resilient generation.
Wait a second. Who are these Gen Z? People who are born between the period of 1997 to 22 are termed to be Gen Z. And they aren't like anything you've seen before. Because this is the first generation to be born in the internet. To put it simply, they are born, brought up, and are living with the internet. So on the outlook, it might seem like these people are blessed with endless opportunities, easy access, and unlimited connections. But Gen Z is also termed as the most depressed, loneliest, and screwed up generation ever. Wait, but why?
I think I'm falling sick. It's the fall! Come with me! Come with me! That's not even fall!
Yep, that's right. You might be annoyed at your mom for saying it again and again, but I guess it's time to accept it. That it's all because of the damn phone, social media. Though the name is social media, but it is made in a way to kill your social skills. Ironic, isn't it? These days people are more concerned about their snap streaks rather than their manners. You tag your friends in each and every reel, but still can't hold a deep conversation with them. You start to feel anxious seeing other story, thinking only you are leading an uncool life, and this is the typical social life of a Gen Z. Moreover, according to research, a typical Gen Z spends about 4 hours a day on these kind of social media platforms. On hearing it, it might seem like, oh my god, are we spending that much amount of time? But the truth is, we all know that once we open these kind of apps, the time flies away in seconds. And that's the catch. These social media platforms are designed in such a way to keep you hooked to the screen for hours and hours, leading to an uncontrollable addiction. And according to research, more than half of the Gen Z people confess to feel addicted towards social media.
Do you feel addicted to technology?
Yeah.
I use my phone 4 hours a day, 5 hours. I use my phone for 6 hours a day. Weekly total is 45 hours and 26 minutes.
44 hours and 3 minutes.
52 hours and 20 minutes. And my most used apps are TikTok and YouTube.
How long on TikTok?
16 hours and 20 minutes. I'm on YouTube 6 hours and 30 minutes. It's still addictive.
Not only it just fucks your dopamine and makes you a slave for instant gratification, it gets much worse. See, everything on the social media sells you an illusion and feeds off your insecurities. Like, take any kind of photo, post or video. They try to sell you an idea of so-called perfect life, beauty standards, spotless skins, couple goals, unlimited money, motivational texts and what not. It's as if everyone is leading a perfect life except you. You start to feel that you're ugly, not worthy enough, stupid, incapable of achieving anything, and that your life is nothing but a misery. And according to research, study shows that 49% of Gen Z people feel more anxious and stressed after using social media, and they still can't stop using it. But the most fucked up part of this entire thing is that we know that those photos with which we compare our body are edited, and the skin that we are trying to achieve was just a magic of filters, and that unlimited money source guru ain't telling the entire truth. And the perfect couple is bound to break up. We know that all of them aren't telling the entire truth. But we still can't stop comparing ourselves to the so-called perfect lives, and this leads to n number of insecurities, and it starts to fuck your life in such a bad manner. And in order to feel better, you start to seek external validation, and when this fails, you again go back to endless scrolling to make yourself better, and this leads to an endless cycle of hurting yourself. At the end, it feels as if you have lost yourself and your identity for the sake of being called cool, making you more and more lonely and depressed. And studies shows that Gen Z consistently reported feeling often or always lonely. Moreover, a staggering 19% fell into this category, which is 3 times higher than older people's category. And the worst thing here is that only 14% of Gen Z participants claim to have never experienced loneliness. Like, could you believe only 14% of Gen Z people never experienced loneliness? Isn't it fucked up? Moreover, according to American Psychological Association, more than 9 in 10 Gen Z adults said they have experienced at least one physical or emotional symptom because of stress, such as feeling depressed or sad, or lacking interest, motivation or energy. So when we see all these kind of things and compare that to our older generation, it feels we are very, very worse. Like, they had to go through worst of the worst and with least amount of access to opportunities and information. And when we compare that to our current life, we have it fucking easy. Accept it. It is true to a large extent. And that is the problem. We have too much of everything. The noise is so much that you can barely hear yourselves. The endless information, constant distractions, unending opportunities, constant changes, the pressure of perfection, climate changes, and surviving in this inflated economy. The amount of overstimulation is never like before, and this starts to kill you from within. And we get everything so easily that we aren't grateful for anything. And on top of it, we keep on criticizing no matter how good the things are. We take everything for granted, and this is a major reason as to why we are so fucked up. We can't wait for the things. We gave away ourselves to instant gratification. We criticize the best of the best things in the illusion of perfection. We want everything with the least amount of efforts but have unrealistic expectations. And in order to get the best of the best things, we switch from one thing to the other thing in the hope for better results. It might seem like, what's wrong with that even now? The thing is, we are so focused to gain perfection and to be called cool that we won't stick to anything and feel disconnected with everything. And to make matters much worse, we even started treating relationships and love and human connections in the same manner. Like, wow, we want love in its best form, but we don't want to build it because we are used to getting everything so easily that we want everything in the same easy and quick manner. Stalking stage, breadcrumbing, cuffing, love bombing, pocketing, friend zoning, ghosting, soft launch, zombieing, slow fade, DTR. No, it's not some kind of menu card items. These are the relationship status of Gen Z. Oh sorry, relationship is a forbidden word. We are so afraid to commit to one person because there might be someone who's much more better, much more cooler and much more attractive that we have ended up creating an entire new dictionary on relationships. Man, like, we practically fucked up the essence of being a human. But are we really that worse? Are we really that screwed up? Are we really that bad as everyone tells us? The answer is no. Every coin has two sides, and so do we. Our generation was the first to see an extreme technological leap and was able to adjust to any kind of unforeseen situation. And the only and the main problem that we have is we criticize everything, like a lot, even ourselves included. And when I personally took interviews of other Gen Z people, they themselves had a negative opinion on Gen Z. Like, see, our generation is far more accepting, far more open-minded, extremely conscious of climatic changes, and much more of a tech savvy than any other generations before. And the moment when we stop criticizing yourselves and others harshly and start to be a bit more gentler, I can bet on it that we can become an extremely overpowered generation than ever before. So I guess that sums up about everything that I wanted to talk about Gen Z, and I myself am a Gen Z, so all this topic resonated a lot with me. And do let me know what you had to go through as a Gen Z person, and share this video with your friends or with your family or anything to make them understand more about Gen Z. And a huge shout out to Priya and Harshit for their extraordinary research, and for Shiva and Sharon for helping out in making this entire video. Thank you all, love you, thanks for watching, and thank you Beyonce.